UFC 239 features a bout between Holly Holm and Amanda Nunes for the women's bantamweight title, and it is a great fight. Okay, this is a great fight. This is the one big name that Amanda Nunes has yet to beat. Okay, she's beat Ronda. She's beat Cyborg. Okay, let's go through him. She's beat Shevchenko. Okay, I'm sure she'd beat Yun Jacek if she had to. Okay? One person left, it's Holly Holm. That's the only person. That's the only recent former champion there's been that she can clarify. And if she beats Holly Holm, she will undoubtedly be considered the greatest. She already is, in my opinion, the greatest female fighter of all time. But if she beats Holly Holm, there'll be no argument. Okay? I don't think she's going to beat Holly Holm. I really don't. I'm making my prediction now. I think Holly Holm's going to win the fight 48-47, 3 rounds to 2. Okay? I've seen the Shevchenko fights. And I've seen what happens when Amanda Nunes doesn't get her own way. You know? When maybe that first round barrage doesn't quite work out so well against a good counter-striker. Okay? And let's be honest. I watched the Cyborg versus Nunes fight again the other day. Just to re-jog my memory. What really did we learn? Did we really find out who the better fighter was? Or did we find out that Cyborg got clipped on the chin first, never recovered and got knocked out in the first round? Like, what? Like, there's not really much to break down where you can clearly say Nunes beat Cyborg all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure a rematch would go very differently. And I also want to say this. Cyborg is just bigger than everyone. She isn't that good. You know what I'm saying? She isn't that good at all. Like, her technique is pretty lackluster if you really look at it. Like, compared to how you would look at a featherweight male fighter. Like, if you look at her technique compared to, like, Holloway's technique and his punches and his volume. Obviously, you can't compare them. It's two different genres of the sport. But what I'm saying is, Cyborg, how good is she really? Who has she beaten? Who has Cyborg beaten? I know she's been a world champion in other sports. I know that. But in terms of MMA, who has she beaten of note? I'll wait. The girl that was in fucking Deadpool, whatever the fuck her name, what's her name? Kat Zingano? No, not her. The other one. Very hot. Very sexy. I can't remember her name though. But Cyborg really doesn't have any names on her record, and to be considered her as like the big demon in a division, she just bullies smaller girls that aren't on her level whatsoever. Yes, she beat Holly Holm. Holly Holm was outsized in that fight. A lot. And actually, Holly Holm put up a very good fight against Cyborg over 5 rounds. Okay? That's a completely different style matchup to go into than Nunes versus Cyborg, where we know it's just going to be swinging lever in the first round, and whoever lands first is going to win. Nunes gets it done. Nunes does slow down in the later rounds. Okay? She does slow down in the later rounds, especially when she's swinging heavy from the start. She didn't slow down as much in the Shevchenko fight because she was more tentative at the start. Because she knows that Shevchenko's a dangerous striker. She knows that Shevchenko's a counter striker as well, so she can't leave herself vulnerable going for a huge exchange. And she knows she had to conserve her energy. But in other fights where she's lost, you know, the Kat Zingano one comes to mind, where she unloads and has no respect in the first round, which might happen with her and Holly. We don't know. She gasses out and she fades. You can't handle that pressure and throw that much power for too long. It just doesn't work like that. And I think Holly Holm, with her head movement, her counter-striking ability, is going to be able to slip those. Let's face it, I know Nunes has long arms and she throws big shots, but her defense for striking is fucking appalling. If you watch Nunes versus Shevchenko, she has Darren Till level of striking defense. Okay? Now, Darren Till has good head movement, and it often gets him out of the way of certain shots that could be connecting. Okay? Didn't work against Masvidal, didn't work against Woodley. But normally, Darren Till's okay to slip, and his hands go out like this. Every time someone comes towards him, his hands go out like this. Nunes does the exact same thing. She does this. And she just moves back and hopes that her hands can keep you at bay. I feel like Holly Holm's going to have the striking prowess to find those mistakes in a game, especially being at a camp like Jackson Wink. You know what I'm saying? And especially because this. Jackson Wink is on all fucking cylinders right now. Okay? This isn't like Mike Perry-Cerrone situation, where they're dividing their time and they've got Jones fighting here, but Cerrone's fighting, but Perry's fighting. Jackson Wink's on fucking all cylinders. They've got Holm fighting for a title and Jones fighting for his title. Okay? If they're not fucking buckling down more than they've ever done before on finding ways to win, I'm very happy with Jackson Wink. I think they're one of the best camps in the game in terms of building a game plan and fighting strategically and fighting correctly and fighting intelligently and finding a way to win. And also, Holly Holm showed a part of her game that we haven't seen before in the Megan Anderson fight, which is if the going gets tough, she has wrestling she can rely on. She has wrestling she can rely on. I think that Amanda Nunes probably won't be expecting that whatsoever. And I think it'll be a good tool that Holm can use to maybe try and tire out the arms of Nunes and try and move her around a bit. Because out of the two of them, I know Amanda Nunes is a big girl. And she's thick. She's got that thickness. You know what I'm saying? She's very thick. But she's not as toned as Holly Holm is. She's not as strong as Holly Holm is. You know Holly Holm, when she gets people in the clinch, like when she got Ronda in the clinch, you know, Nunes just tagged Ronda straight away and it was over. You know, and that's what happens. Holm got Ronda in the clinch, fucking shook her off, slammed her to the mat. Holm is a very strong girl, and I think she can use her grappling to maybe stall out the first 2 rounds. I do think she's going to lose the first 2 rounds. Don't get me wrong. I think she will lose the first 2 rounds, but I think she'll win the last 3. 10-9s all round, all across the board, and I think she'll win the fight that way. I think it's going to be quite boring, but I think Holm's going to have the strategy and the counter-striking to find the openings in the striking defense of Amanda Nunes, because when Amanda Nunes throws shots, guys, you watch any fight of Nunes, her hands come back to her side and she fucking slugs it with her chin wide open in the air. She's like this. Like chin, it's like a stationary Brunson. That's how I describe Amanda Nunes' striking defense. It's a stationary Brunson. Okay? And when I not watch Nunes, yes, she has the knockout power. Yes, she can finish Holm in the first round and it could all be over and I could look like an absolute cunt. And that probably might happen. But I'm willing to bet that Holm has the head movement, the defense strategy and the counter-striking efficiency to find the holes in Nunes' game and make her pay for overextending, thus making Nunes tentative to engage. And I'll tell you this about Nunes, she only knows forward. She doesn't counter-strike well at all. You know what I'm saying? Yes, she clipped Cyborg on the way-in, but you saw in the Shevchenko fight. Okay? She likes it her own way. And when Shevchenko throws back, her arms go out like this, she leans back and she just tries to get her composure to where she can go forward again. And I think Holm's going to be ready for it. I really think she is. Common opponents go against me here. Okay? MMA math goes against me. Because I know some of the arguments that people are going to make. Nunes beat Cyborg, Holm lost to Cyborg. Nunes beat Shevchenko, Holm lost to Shevchenko. Beep, 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 beep. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, that doesn't matter to me. I see holes. I see a way Holly can capitalise with her style of fighting. I'm removing MMA math from the equation, which I love to include a lot of the time. I'm removing it completely. I'm looking at 2 people individually, and I'm thinking that one of them's going to win because of the style she presents and the skill set she brings to the table. I think Holm's going to get the job done. 3 rounds to 2. Holly Holm is your new bantamweight champion, setting up a rematch between the 2 of them. And we get some interest. We get some interest. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I know Holm's like 1-6. She has the fucking record of a Gilbert Melendez, but you know, that's women's MMA. She's got a title fight. You win 1 fight at women's MMA. That's it. You're the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? You win a fight against anyone, you're the fucking GOAT. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Click that there. Do that shit. Thanks for the money and that. Goodbye.